Okay, so now I have, my images are cut out. And as you can see, I have one that is just the plain clouds and one that has the entire background. I've got my little pieces here that all fit together. I know they looked funky on the screen when you were making them, but as you can see, they all are to the correct proportion. And I have a little bag of candy hearts, and this is one of my favorite treats, but it's so sad. Look, you can barely read them. You used to be able to read everything, that now you have to kind of guess and figure out what they say. And I guess that's just a sign of the times that they don't do that anymore. They don't print as well as the Imagine does. So here's some fun things that you can use on your Imagine cuts and prints. This is Crystal Effects. This is basically, it's a lacquer or a glaze that you can use to make shiny little images or add little accents to your cuts. One of my favorite things to use is glitter, and Stickles is a wonderful way to glitter your Imagine projects without, you know, ending up with stuff everywhere. You can just add little accents here and there. And then Glimmer Mist, and I really like using this because I can get an all-over shimmer without having the ink run. So this is a great alternative as well. So hopefully you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a line of adhesive just across the top of the back of my front panel for my treat bag. And then I'm going to, can you see that? Woo, there you are. Then I'm going to add the other scalloped panel, which we printed just in the cloud paper. Line that up and adhere that. And so that gave me kind of a little flap. Whoops, not quite even there. That's okay. Now, this is where, you know, I might do some stitching or, you know, add some ribbon or embellishments, but I think I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to use it as a header for my treat bag. I'm going to line that up right where I want it. And I don't like using staples in treat bags, and I know a lot of people do, but I think staples and food just don't mix, and especially if you're dealing with children, I don't like to use staples. So I'm actually just going to use some adhesive across the front of my bag. And then I'll probably go in and add some adhesive to the back of my bag as well. I'm going to center that just about where I want it and place that down and turn it over and add a little more adhesive on the back. You can use red line tape for this. If you want to use brads or buttons, or, you know, if you want to use staples, you can. Just, you know, be mindful if you're going to give this to a young child that, you know, that might fall down into the bag. And if you want, you can even put a little more here, because, you know, they're just going to rip that off when they get their candy. So there you go. And now I have my little love you tag. And as you see, I did print these out a little bit different than I designed them originally, but that's okay. I'm probably not going to use these layers. I might just build them up because they're so darn cute. I'm just going to add a little adhesive and place that right along the side here. Right about there looks good. And I'm going to grab some foam tape, and I am actually going to add those because I think they're really cute. So just let me grab some foam tape real quick. Foam tape is kind of like my favorite secret weapon. It adds dimension without adding too much bulk. And, you know, this still will, if I put this in an envelope, it will compress. You know, so it's postal safe. You can send it in the, you know, in the post office if you want. Add another. I'm just going to make this nice and bulky because I'm going to be giving this in person. And then a tiny little bitty foam tape for this last piece, the center. And I can add a rhinestone or a little brad, and look at all the dimension. Can you see that? Look at all the dimension that you can get. Woo! There you go. just by adding some foam tape. I mean, it really makes all the difference in the world. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this Crystal Effects. And you can use any lacquer. It doesn't have to be Crystal Effects. And on this red balloon, I'm going to add some sheen. And it doesn't take a lot. It's almost like painting. I'm just going to swirl that around. And that's finished. Maybe I'll add a little pop of glitter right to the center of this flower. Just for fun. And there you have it. A sweet little treat bag. You're going to want to let this balloon dry for sure. You don't want that to you don't want to set that up or try to give that away. That's going to need to sit for a little while and dry. But there you have it. That is how you change the images on your Imagine. That's how you customize your designs. I know a lot of times, you know, we're thinking, okay, great, these images come and they are the way they are and I can't change them. I can't really do anything with them. But the truth of the matter is the sky's the limit. There's so much that you can do. I could, if I wanted to, I could hand cut the balloons and pop them up. Like I said, I could do some stitching across the top. I could print this on different colors paper. I could coat the whole thing with glitter. There's so much that you can do to really make these images your own. So I hope you give that a shot and enjoy your Imagine. As always, happy creating. Thanks. Bye.